Hi guys. Is it still morning? Good morning. Good afternoon. Whichever it is for you. Good day. It's been a minute. It's been a while. Welcome in. Welcome in. I have some good stuff for y'all. Some really, really good stuff. This will help. And first off, I want to thank my A1 Day ones, the ones that's been around for a while. Thank you guys. For the new subscribers, I want to welcome you in. I want to thank you for being here. I hope that something that I share will help you move to the next stage of where you would like to be. That's my music, so I'm going to turn the music off because I want to quickly just go ahead and share with you what the Most High God has put on my heart to share with you guys. And whenever I come to you guys, it's not that I am coming just to hear myself talk. I'm truly coming to help a lot of people set themselves free from things that they really didn't understand what was going on with their life and why things were going on with their life. But I'm here to help you start putting together pieces of the puzzle of your life, right? And so when the Most High God told me that I was going to have to do a live this weekend, right? And so I said, okay, just tell me what it is you want me to talk about. So over the last day, I've kind of been in a place where I set myself up so that I can hear what the Most High God wants me to share with the world. And I'm going to go back to when I woke up from my spiritual awakening. See, first off, I want to give thanks to the Most High God, the Mother and the Father, my spirit team, my ancestors known and unknown. And I ask that you would use me as a vessel to say whatever it is I need to say to help set some people free and to help put together the pieces of the puzzle that has really been hidden, right? So when I woke up from my spiritual sleep, now let's keep in mind that I'm a person that wake up in the morning, go to work, I eat, I drink. We all do these things, and it appears that we're awake because we're going through life, what we think living life, right? Going to work, doing the things that we do as human beings. But there's gonna come a time in life where the spirit on the inside of you is gonna wake up, and that's going to put you in a different position where you're going to see things differently. Life as you knew it is not the same because the Most High God has, and you, your higher self, has orchestrated for you to wake up during this time. And whatever this time is, this message is timeless. So if this message is for you right now or it's for someone in 10 years, the message is timeless. When you find yourself waking up from a spiritual sleep that you've been in, a slumber that you've been in, then you, at that point, will start to live. Now, when you wake up, it is a bit jarring because you wake up into a different reality than what you thought was going on. It's a whole nother narrative going on while you were asleep, right? And now that you're awake, you're going to start learning and realizing there were a lot of things going on, unbeknownst to you, because your spirit self was asleep. Now, during your sleep state, during your sleep state, there are people that are placed around you to sow seeds into your heart. Now, some of these people are sowing good seeds into your heart, and some of these people are sowing very, very evil seeds into your heart, right? Now, it's not the only time that you're in church that people are sowing seeds in your heart, because I know the scripture that comes to mind is the word that I've hid in mine heart, that I might not sin against thee. That's what's coming up for me right now. But every day, all day, people are sowing, whether it's intentional or unintentional, seeds into your heart because they want some type of outcome. Welcome in. They want some type of outcome. Now, how do you recognize when somebody is placing a seed in your heart? And then what is that seed supposed to grow? Because when you place a seed is this little. But when it comes back up, it's a harvest of a lot of things, right? So the way that you recognize when someone sows a seed into your heart, you recognize what is going on in my life. Do I have financial issues? Do I have low self-esteem issues? Do I have issues of jealousy, envy, malice, or hate? What is showing up in my heart? And this is where people don't really want to deal with the shadow work. It's when we have to look at what is showing up in my life that I need to be aware of, that I do not like. And number two, who planted the seed, right? When you realize who planted the seed, then you can realize who has been for me and who have been against me. Then you'll learn the roles that each person has played in your life, right? And y'all know it's a little hot, so if I start sweating, it's because it's hot. All right, so this is the thing. We want to look at our life and over the totality of our life. What have been the ongoing stories? What have been the ongoing stories? Whether I connect with bad men or women that mean me no good, or I always get into a job that does not last, or a career that ends, that why is it that I keep doing things that are not good for me, right? So now we're going to start understanding what's been going on below the surface. Now, as above, so below. So whatever it is that I'm dealing with in my life, somewhere along the way, below the surface, in the darkness, someone hid seeds there for me. Now, if you have a lot of good things coming on, more than likely, you're probably not going to click on this video, right? But if you have experienced, like myself, disappointment after disappointment after disappointment, even though I'm a good person, even though I don't mean negative for other people, even though my seeds that I've sown in my heart were good, but I keep having a harvest of some bullshit. Why is that happening? So that lets you know someone along the way has planted seeds or tares. The Bible speaks of the wheat and the tares. The wheat is the good crop that you can get things from. But someone has sowed some tares in my garden along the way. Now I want to know who it is. Who is the person that has sowed tares in my garden? Now I'm going to tell y'all this. I will use profanity. I will say things like that because I can. Because I can. If the Most High God don't want me to do it, I won't do it. But at this point, I can, and I'm going to. Because this is not church. Okay? This is coming from a spiritual place, understanding what has been going on in my life while my spirit has been sleeping, right? Now that I'm awake, now I need to put together the pieces of the puzzle of how I found myself in this position, right? Okay. So once you wake up, your spirit man wakes up. Because the human, the matter part, yeah, we walking around, we're doing the things that we're to do, work, go to work, go to school, things like that. But the spirit of the spirit man has been sleeping. And that's when the enemy comes and sows the seeds that keep you in a very evil loop, a very evil cycle. And they do these things underneath in darkness because they don't want, obviously, you seeing what they're doing and who is the culprits. But I'm teaching you how to find out who the culprits are. When you find out who the culprits are, you don't need to go deal with them. You just take it to the Most High God, write their names on a piece of paper, write the grievance that you have with them, present it before the Most High God so that the courts of the heavens can decide who is guilty and who's innocent. So the person that has sowed those seeds into your life, those evil seeds, can now receive the sentence of the evil deeds that they've done in darkness. Now, this video is not for the perfect people. Now, some people will act as if they haven't done anything wrong because they have these things hidden beautifully where you really can't see them. But if you're in this time, we all know that we have dealt with a lot of things that people have done in darkness, in secret, to keep other people from rising. And now is the time for that to come to an end. So the first half of this spiritual awakening is recognizing what the seeds are that they sowed in your life by the things that are going on in your life, but you can't really figure out why you keep experiencing these same things, right? That's the first half. The second half is reprogramming your mind and planting different seeds in your heart so that you can give birth to what it is you desire. And you get rid of the tares in your life by reprogramming your mind. Now, this is the interesting part about the whole thing, is that everyone that comes in your life, they all play different roles. The people that have sown the negative, evil seeds, they played specific roles in your life in order to bring about the manifestation of the Most High God, in order to bring about destiny. Because there's no way that you're going to be able to live in your destiny, live in your power, live in the promises of God without having to go through a spiritual war, a spiritual battle, a spiritual fight. If you're not ready to fight for your dreams, if you're not ready to fight for your family, if you're not ready to fight for truth, just move on over to the side. But for those of us who will not allow the enemy to steal anything from me, again, this is for those who refuse to give up because they know that this is their birthright. Freedom is my birthright. Abundance is my birthright. It's your birthright. Happiness, joy, family, it's your birthright. But there are specific players, there's specific characters in your life that have come to try to make you abort your destiny, abort the promises of God, abort the dreams that God has placed in your life. And you have to move those people out of your sphere of influence. They can no longer come in and cause and sow the seeds of evil. You gotta be able to release them, regardless to who they are. Because when it comes to my destiny and people that say they love me, no, I'm going to watch what you sow into my heart. And that's where you can't debate on that. It's not a debate. This is where the truth is revealed of who you are to me. What seeds have you sowed in my heart? What is it that I feel about you? What type of relationship do we have? And whenever that comes down, are you in my life and you haven't sown any good seeds, then you need to move on back. You need to get the fuck away from me, period. Just move on back. Now, there's a quote, and I meant to look it up, but I didn't look it up. It says, your enemies are better than your friends. Look it up. It's better, your enemies do you better good than your friends, because your enemies make you press into your destiny. Your enemies make you face the things that you need to face. Your enemies get you where you need to go. So there's no need to worry about the enemies. There's no need to fear an enemy, however many they may be. Okay? Because when I say I mean this for you. You will bring about your destiny if you don't fold, right? Regardless to who comes against you. The word says, the Bible says, greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. So the God that is in me is greater than the evil outside of me that's trying to tear me down. You don't have the power to do that. Right? Now, I'm outside and I love being outside. I love nature. I love the elements within nature. There's fire, there's air, there's earth, there's water, and then there's the spirit of man. So you have these elements all coming together for a purpose. Now, what I want to explain to you is the purpose of your enemies. The purpose of the enemies and the purpose of the hater is to bring about that passion to fuel your destiny. That fire is what you need to light your behind, to light you up and get you to your destiny. Right? So we welcome the haters. We welcome the evil ones. We welcome that because with that fire, along with the air, your thoughts, your plans, your abilities with earth is your circumstances. So you understand what it is you're battling with water, the tears that you've cried to get to where you need to be. You have all these things together, and don't forget, the fire is where the enemy comes in. We need that fire in order to bring about the manifestation, right? So there's no point in running from anything. Whatever the situation that comes and meets with me, I'm going to meet with the situation. Because once I get through this, I went through the battle so that I could get to my destiny, so that I can get to my promise, so that I can get to what was promised to me. Now, you're not going to get anything without going through a battle. So you might as well put on the full armor of God, so that you can withstand the fiery darts of the wicked one. That no weapon formed against me will prosper. Now, these are the days that those words that we learned when we were smaller or when we were in our 20s and 30s, now this is the time we're going to put these things to the test. That no weapon formed against me shall prosper. It won't work. All it's going to do is going to lead me to my destiny. It's going to take me higher in God. It can't stop me. So I laugh at the days to come because I know that my destiny is sealed. I know that God has a greater plan for me, and that everything that I went through, regardless of what it was, it was there to mold me into the woman that I am today, so that I can tell people this is what's out there, but this is what God said. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. It won't work. I use those things to take a step. The enemy is under my feet. The enemy is the stepping stool to my destiny, because I'm going higher. Every single day I go higher. Every single day I get higher. And this is how you have to look at your life, that no matter what comes, no matter what come, what may, and I'm going to be ready every day, all day, because I'm connected to the one who created me. Now, you have to get to the point where you know that you are not here just by accident, that you are here to bring about the promises of God, right? You ask God to use you, now he's using you. Now you step into your power. Now you recognize who are the people that are for me and who are the people that are against me based on their actions, not what they say. What they say doesn't mean anything. You watch what they do. Because people will cloak themselves in support just to see what's going on in your life. Friends will act like they'll bring you a gift just so they can see who's at your house. But all of those things, none of those things go unnoticed. None of those things go unnoticed to the one that's always watching. Yes, okay? Huh. I have so much more to share with you all. But for now, I'm going to wrap it up. And I'll get back with y'all soon. And I'm glad to be back. And I will talk to y'all later this week. Namaste. Let me see how I turn this off now.